Here's a question worth sitting with. How many relationships have you lost? Not to a fight, not to betrayal, but simply because nobody told you the rules nobody teaches. We're taught math, history, how to drive a car. Nobody sits us down and teaches us how to keep the people we love close, how to let go of the ones who hurt us, or how to be okay when even good relationships eventually end. Today, I'm giving you 8 of those rules. Some will comfort you. One might change how you see every relationship you're in right now. Let's begin. We all change, and that's okay. When Helen Keller was 7 years old, deaf and blind and living almost entirely cut off from the world, Sullivan didn't try to keep her the way she was. She pushed her to grow, word by word, breakthrough by breakthrough, until the child who once smashed dishes in frustration became a woman who addressed world leaders. That's what real relationships do. They don't preserve you, they grow you. If a relationship in your life hasn't changed you for the better in the last year, it might be time to ask why. 2. You are in control of your own happiness. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus was born into slavery and later crippled by a master who deliberately broke his leg. And yet he built an entire philosophy around one idea. It is not what happens to us, but our judgment about what happens, that disturbs us. If a man who owned nothing, not even his own body, could claim ownership of his happiness, then no partner, friend, or circumstance holds the key to yours either. That key was always in your hand. 3. Forgiving others helps you. After apartheid ended in South Africa, Desmond Tutu led the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, a process built on a radical idea: healing, not revenge. Victims sat across from the very people who had wronged them, not to excuse the harm, but to release its grip. Tutu said there is no future without forgiveness, not because the past didn't matter, but because carrying it forever only guarantees it keeps hurting you twice. 4. You can't change people. They can only change themselves. In George Bernard Shaw's play Pygmalion, Professor Higgins spends months trying to reshape Eliza Doolittle, her voice, her manners, her entire identity. But the story's twist is this: real transformation only happens the moment Eliza decides, for herself, who she wants to become. You can guide people, you can love them well, but you cannot script their growth for them. And the sooner you accept that, the less heartbreak you'll carry on their behalf. 5. Heated arguments are a waste of time. Abraham Lincoln had a private habit. When furious with someone, he'd write them a scathing letter and then never send it. He called them his hot letters. He'd write out every angry word, let the emotion drain onto the page, and then simply put it in a drawer. The energy you spend proving a point in anger is energy you'll never get back. Cool down first. The relationship will still be there when you're ready to talk like people who actually love each other. 6. You are better off without some people, no matter how much you hope. There's an old fable about a scorpion who asks a frog to carry it across a river, promising not to sting. Halfway across, it stings him anyway. As they both begin to sink, the frog asks why. The scorpion replies, "It's simply my nature." Some people will not change, no matter how much you hope, forgive, or accommodate. Loving someone doesn't obligate you to keep drowning for them. Self-respect sometimes looks like letting go of the boat. 7. Small gestures of kindness go a long way. Mother Teresa spent decades among the poorest people in Calcutta, and she never claimed to do great things. She said she did small things with great love. A held hand, a shared meal, a few minutes of attention. We often think relationships are sustained by grand gestures. They're not. They're sustained by the small, repeated proof that someone is still paying attention to you. 8. Even the best relationships don't last forever. In Japan, every spring, Millions gather beneath cherry blossom trees for hanami, not despite the fact that the blossoms fall within days, but because of it. The beauty is inseparable from its brevity. Nobody mourns a cherry blossom for being temporary. They simply show up to appreciate it while it's there. Every relationship you have, no matter how strong, is on borrowed time. That's not a tragedy. That's the very thing that should make you show up for it today, instead of assuming there's always tomorrow.
Here's the surprising part of everything we just covered. Not one of these 8 truths asks you to control another person. Every single one of them hands the power back to you. Your forgiveness, your happiness, your boundaries, your small acts of love, your presence while it lasts. That's not a burden. That's freedom. Relationships stop feeling exhausting the moment you stop trying to manage everyone else's side of them and simply show up fully on yours. So today, pick one person, send one message, forgive one thing. Sit under your own cherry blossom moment before it falls. If this reached you at the right time, you already know who to send it to. I'll see you in the next one.